All right, so I want to welcome everybody today. My name is Meg, and I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 fitness myths, what to believe and what to ignore. So we've got lots to cover. I do encourage you to take some notes, and if there's one in particular that you really think, oh, this is good, make some notes and try to take some action on this myth as well. All right, so a little bit about myself. There's a lot of familiar faces, a lot of people who I recognize, but in case you're new to me or to my business, AIM Fitness, I started working with adults 50 plus and seniors back when I was 12. Studied psychology and gerontology because I knew I wanted to work with the aging population, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then what happened is I ended up volunteering with seniors when I was younger, and I really enjoyed it. And I said, you know what? I really like staying active, and I'm really excited to help people live healthy lives, but I didn't know exactly what that would look like. So anyways, fast forward a number of years, I started teaching fitness classes just for fun. And then in 2013, I started my business, AIM Fitness, full time. Took a big leap of faith, started teaching exercise classes, which I still do, and also started doing one-on-one personal training, which I also still do. So you'll see a picture here of myself. This is my dog, Finley. You can't see him right now, but he's actually right beside me on the couch. And then the middle picture, this is a picture of my AIM Fitness Online membership. We've been doing a lot of in-person meetups recently as restrictions have been lessening. So it's been so nice to be in person and get to know an awesome community. And then these are a few words that are really important to me. When you want to focus on your health, I believe that deciding that you want to make a change is life-changing. It starts with the decision, and then we also have to commit to seeing things through. And focus is also important. We can get distracted. And then in order to succeed, it's doing those things over and over and over again. So I'm going to be sharing lots with you guys this morning, hopefully to help you to be motivated and really excited about your health and fitness. All right, so let's dive right in. Myth number 1. And what I'd love to know is, as we're going through, there's the chat box, which you can definitely chat. I'm just going to get that going. All right, I'm just typing here. Hi, this is the chat. So if you want to participate, you can type in right here. So myth number 1, if I'm not working up a sweat, I'm not working hard enough. So the first question I have for you is, do you tend to sweat a lot when you exercise or not? All right. Do you tend to sweat a lot? So maybe you're going for a walk, you're exercising, and you know who you are. You're one of those people who sweats. Or you're on the other side. You say, not really. I can work really hard. I never sweat. So let us know in the chat. So write yes if you tend to sweat a lot, no if you do not, or not as much. Okay, so you can let us know. It's always curious to know who's tuning in. So that would it's great to hear. All right, so far we have no, not really, no. Okay, all right, any yeses? Yay, okay, we have someone, a brave person to say yes. It's okay, no. All right, so interesting. Okay, lots of no's. All right, so some of you who say no, you might be thinking, I don't sweat, so am I working hard enough? Or should I be pushing myself until I sweat? Well, the first question we want to ask is, why do we sweat? So you may know that sweat is released when our body is trying to cool itself down. So when you're exercising, your core temperature and your muscles build up heat. And it's important for our body to be able to release that heat. So often we do that through sweating. Now, there's a lot of reasons why people sweat more than others, and often it is genetics. So if you have a parent who really sweated a lot, maybe you have that as well. Something else to take into consideration is your environment and what you're doing. So if you are in a really hot climate, so, if you're in the Ottawa area where I live, we've had lots of really hot, humid days. So maybe on those days, if you go for a walk, you come back and you're drenched. Now, maybe if you're exercising or you're doing something inside with air conditioning, you don't sweat because your body doesn't get quite that warm. So it's important to focus on that. And then also it's important to think that depending what you're doing. So if you're doing more of a yoga, a light stretching class, maybe something a little bit less intense, you're less likely to sweat as well. You're still working your muscles, you're still exercising, you're still giving yourself a good workout. But if you compare it to something like going for a heavy jog on a humid day, or if you think about doing a high intensity interval training workout, then you know those are the ones that make you sweat a little bit more. So it's good to look at what you're doing, but also to know that you probably are getting a good workout even if you're not sweating. Now, something else to think about is it's important to stay hydrated. So whether you're sweating a lot or not, you're still burning calories, but it's still easy to get dehydrated. So I like to have water. I've got my water with me today, but drinking during your workout, little sips of water to stay hydrated, and definitely after your workout will be good too. Now, aside from sweating, because there's other things you can do that will indicate whether you're having a good workout. So there's a few things. The first one is simply feeling good. So if you feel good and you think, oh, I did this workout, I feel really relaxed, or I feel really energized, or just very invigorated, that's a sign of a good workout. And the reason is that when we exercise, we release endorphins. Those are our happy hormones. And then another way to look at, did I have a good workout, was, did your heart rate increase? So did your heart rate go up? Something else is, are you out of breath when you're exercising? Now, typically for adults 50 plus, we want to get that heart rate up, but we also want to be able to maintain a conversation. So if I came along to you as you're exercising, I said, oh, tell me about where you grew up. What do you like doing for fun? You want to still be able to talk. If you're completely out of breath, then you're probably pushing yourself a little bit too hard. So these are all different things that indicate whether you're working out and working out hard enough. All right. Oh, is everyone hearing me okay? I just got a message from Bonnie, having trouble with the sound. Just want to make sure that you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so let's move on to myth number 2. All right, so myth number 2. This is a big one. Let me know if you, at any point of your life, you've ever tried to lose weight. So put a Y in the comment section if you have had, maybe you've gone on a diet, maybe you've tried to lose weight in the past. Put an N in the chat if no, you haven't really had to worry about that. That hasn't been one of your top priorities, okay? So myth number 2, if the number on the scale isn't going down, then I'm not losing weight. Interesting, interesting. This is a good one. All right. Oh, someone's giving me 5 or 6 Ys from Jeanette. All right, lots of Ys. Okay, a few no's in there. All right, all right. So this is something I've dealt with ever since working with people. So many people want to lose weight, and for good reasons. But what I found is that often we can get very obsessed with that number. Do you agree? We can be very obsessed. I've worked with people who have gone on their scale every single day, and they've been measuring themselves. They've been really paying attention to that number. And what they've noticed is it fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down, depending on the time of day, depending on what they ate. And it can be very discouraging when you're constantly looking at this yo-yo and seeing the number up and down, and you think, oh, I'm exercising, I'm working out, or I'm trying to limit my calories and watch what I'm eating. So so it does lead to a lot of frustration, absolutely. So the number on the scale is a factor of many things, such as how much water you've drank, what you ate, and when was the last time you weighed in. So if you are exercising, sometimes the number on the scale can actually go up. Has anyone experienced that before? I've definitely had clients who've noticed that and they think, oh my goodness, Meg, I'm using weights. I've never been so dedicated to my health and fitness journey. And now it seems like I'm just gaining weight. I'm not losing it. Now, one of the reasons is that as you exercise, we build muscle. Now, muscle and fat, this is the debate, muscle and fat do weigh the same amount, but muscle is more dense. Now, so the thing to watch is, so if you're weighing yourself, you think, oh, I should be losing weight. You're developing muscle. So muscle is weighing, is more dense. But something else to know is that it takes up less space. So the best thing to do, and this is what I've been doing since the beginning, instead of weighing yourself, I encourage you to measure yourself. So get out that. I'm sure many of you had someone in your family who used to sew. So you probably have that measuring tape, you know, the little thin one, you know what I'm talking about. That is perfect to do measurements. So what I've done, what I do with all my personal training clients when I work with them is I grab the measurement and we go from top to bottom. So I measure around the neck. And believe it or not, people do lose centimeters. And I do like to measure in centimeters because it's more exact. You also see a little bit more of a difference. So that feels good. Measuring around the bust, even the armpits, measuring your biceps as you flex, measuring your waist, your belly, the widest part of you, your hips, and then going down your legs. So measuring your thighs, measuring above the knee, and then measuring your calf muscles. And it may seem like, oh my goodness, how do I do that? Well, it doesn't take too long. It is helpful to have someone to do it with you though. That's definitely for sure. But what you can do then is you can draw a little stick figure, or if you want to, you can print off a picture of a person and then just write indicate next to that person where that measurement belongs. So I do this when I work with my clients one-on-one, and we do this day number 1 when we do our fitness assessment, and then we do it again later on. So maybe this is 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months later. So we can see the changes over time. So this is really helpful. Now, for those of you who are thinking, okay, this is good, I'm going to do this, but I really like my scale, then what I recommend is to weigh yourself on your scale at the same time every day. Same time every day. So that way you can have a little bit of a better idea. And it's not based on what you just ate or how much water you had. So weighing yourself first thing in the morning is really one of the best times to do it. All right, so there you go. All right, so let's go to myth number 3. I know that this is a big one for many of you. Look at those pieces of cake. Oh my goodness. Myth number 3, I worked out today, so I can eat an extra piece of cake. Oh yes, now let us know in the chat if you prefer sweets. So write down sweet or salty. Do you have a sweet tooth, or are you drooling right now looking at these pictures, or are you someone who really prefers that salt? Let us know in the chat. Okay, so this is a game changer. I've worked with a lot of people who really struggle with sweets and goodies and eating, and it can become this vicious cycle, can't it? I'm sure you know. We think, oh, I'm going to exercise, or I'm going to be good so that I can cheat. And then when you have that cake, when you have that food, what happens? You feel horrible. You feel guilty. Oh, I ate way too much. I ruined my diet. And then what also happens is you maybe don't feel as good. You don't feel like you digested as well. Something I heard, I got quite a bit to share on this one because it's such a good myth. But something I heard is that if you are feeling stressed or concerned about what you're eating, then it is more challenging for you to digest it. You won't digest it as well. So if you give yourself full permission, you say, okay, it's Friday night, I'm going to enjoy a piece of cake at the end of the week, and I'm just going to have a little slice and I'm going to fully enjoy it. I'm going to eat it all and just feel really good about this. No guilt, no nothing. You're going to digest it well and a lot better than someone who's stressing about it and thinking, oh no, I shouldn't have done this. I've already put on 5 pounds. I feel really bad. And it's really interesting. Studies show that's the case. Now, something else that's been a huge game changer for people that I've worked with is a whole shift in thinking when we think about food. So if we think about the fact that food is fuel, our bodies require calories in order to go through our day, in order to do the daily things that we do, cleaning the house, getting ready, taking care of ourselves. If you're working on finances, making decisions, we require between 1,600 to 2,400. And some men require even more, up to 3,000, depending on your body size and how much you're doing during the day. So that's a good amount. And I'm going to go in, the next slide I'll show you is pretty interesting. But when you think about, okay, my body requires calories to do what I need to do. And if I look at food being fuel to help me live my best life, instead of being, this something that I eat, but I don't tell anyone about, it's a big secret, that can change everything. So for example, if you want to lose weight, it's important that our calorie output, so that means what we're doing, being active, is higher than our calorie input. So if you're eating all of this cake, all of these pieces of cake, but you sit around all day, it's not going to help you lose weight, right? It's not going to help you lose weight. So I'm going to show you something on the next page, which is very insightful, because I think often we also think, well, I can work off my food. I can, it can burn whatever, 200 calories by going for this walk, and that way I can enjoy my food. So it's interesting because it's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as that. There is this belief that we can spot train, but that's not true. So spot training is when you think, okay, my stomach is where I carry all my weight. I'm just going to do lots of sit-ups. I'm going to do lots of movements to really focus on losing weight in my belly. But sadly, we can't do that because of genetics, because of your body type, because of hormones. We cannot simply choose a part of our body to lose weight in. And you may have noticed that when you have lost weight, and maybe you lost it in around your neck, or you lost it in your thighs instead of your belly. So it's important to just have that a good expectation of what you should see. So let's say for 1 minute of vigorous exercise, so jogging, cycling, going to an exercise class, or skipping, that you burn an average of 10 calories. So 1 minute, 10 calories. So then what we can look at is how many calories do we actually burn when we do certain movements? And if we eat certain foods, what do we need to do to be able to burn it? So I'm going to show you that. Just going to visit the chat. Okay. All right. We got lots of people who like their salty, sweet, both sweet tooth. Okay. Awesome. Ah, very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Check this out. So if you're thinking about, okay, this is what I eat, this is how many minutes of a high intensity, vigorous exercise I would take to burn it. So a slice of pepperoni pizza, so that's 298 calories. It would take 30 minutes to burn it. So again, this is jogging. This is high-paced exercise. If you're doing something less vigorous, like fast walking, a moderate paced cycle, or Pilates, then we would need to double the time to burn that. Cheeseburger, 423 calories, 42 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh my. A side of chips, 38 minutes. All right, let's jump down to, because we were talking about cake. I know some of you like your cake. So a red velvet cupcake, 496 calories. It would take 50 minutes to burn that off, or double it if you're doing something at a lower pace. So, and of course, the red wine and beer, I had to include that because I know a lot of you like your beverages. So very interesting. Now, let's talk about what's realistic though. If you do have, let's say you have your glass of red wine, are you actually going to get up after your glass of red wine and go for an 11-minute run? Probably not. And this is the problem when we start to think, well, I did this so I can have this. Because if you stop on your way home from being out. Maybe you stop, go through the drive-through, you get a milkshake, you get your burger and your fries. That's a lot of calories. That's probably over 1,000 calories. And it's probably not realistic that you're going to be exercising the rest of the day. So instead, I like to recommend balance. Look at food as fuel for your body and experience balance. So if you are going to have, a cheeseburger, enjoy it, fully let yourself digest it, enjoy it. Pay attention to, if you're with people, make it a great experience, chat, have a great conversation. But if you do this every single day of the week, just know that, hey, these are a lot of extra calories that you're putting into your body. And how are you burning those calories in a realistic way? That's not overdoing it. All right. So let's move to myth number 4. And I'd love to know, you guys need to let me know as we go through, which one is your favorite myth and which one is maybe most eye-opening or helpful for you. So myth number 4, if you can't be active often enough, you might as well not even do it. Ooh, who believes this one? Who knows somebody who hasn't been exercising because of this? Yeah, might as well not even do it. I meet a lot of people, and I think a big something big that holds people back from getting started is the belief that, well, I don't have an hour a day, I don't have 2 hours a day to exercise, or you know what, I'm just not really interested, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do. So this can hold people back, is just not knowing what to do. So the good news is this is false. The truth is that any activity is better than no activity. And I think that can be so helpful when we realize that. And there's so many ways that we can be active. So whether it's going for a walk, whether it's parking your car even a little further away from the grocery store, doing a little bit more walking, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, and even just getting up around your house and moving, doing some stretches throughout the day. That is important. So even if it's not a class, just think about, how can I be active? How can I start to move my body a little bit more? Now, those of you who know me know I talk about snacking on exercise quite a bit. And the whole idea on snacking on exercise is focusing on 3 to 4 exercises at a time. And just like you go to the kitchen for an apple, for a granola bar, snack, take that time to move your body, to strengthen and to stretch. And you're going to feel so good. Now, there's so many benefits to exercise, and I want to show that. Actually, no, I'm going to show that on the next myth. But then it's something else that people often say is, when is the best time to exercise? Okay, so they say, okay, I'll try, I'll get going, but when is it better to do it, in the morning or the evening? And there's been numerous studies on this, and again, the best time to do it is when you're actually going to do it. So if you're a morning person and you really like to start your day with movement, then that's the best time to do it. If you're someone who likes to take a break halfway through the day, you find that you're tired in the afternoon, and that is a really good time for you, do it then. So really there's no best time, but the best thing to do is just get started, move your body, and it doesn't have to be for a certain amount of time per se in the beginning. Now, those of you who are at that level of, your regular exercisers, you consider yourself, to be pretty diligent in what you're doing, you're seeing results, you're feeling good, then we want to be aiming for 150 minutes of exercise every week. And this includes going for walks, doing something moderate to getting that heart rate up. So going for speed walks, going on a bike, doing exercises in the water, lifting weights. And then also what's included is working on our balance, because that's something else that changes over time. So 150 minutes per week, when you break it down, that's 30 minutes Monday to Friday. And then if you're already doing that, extend it a bit more. Aim for an hour of movement every day. It can be 30 minutes at the beginning, 30 minutes later. But what you'll start to feel is you'll start to notice that you do feel different. You feel better, more invigorated. And that is what can keep you going. All right, this leads us to myth number 5. because this is often something that holds people back too. If I'm over the age of 60, then it's too late to seriously improve my health. All right, is this true? Is this false? So I would have to say that this is not true. It's not too late to improve your health. And if you have noticed that you've seen improvements as you've gotten older, I want you to let me know. So post that in the chat. Let us know, what are some of those improvements? Maybe it's psychological, maybe you feel better, maybe you have more energy, maybe you feel less anxious when you exercise. Maybe it's physical, maybe you feel stronger, you're able to do, go hiking or go for walks easier. So let us know in the chat, those of you who are exercising now and noticing. Now I'm going to be sharing this next slide with you because there's so many benefits that you can experience. So the first one, exercise improves your strength. So this helps you stay independent. Now, back when I started my career working with older adults, I worked at a retirement residence, and I found that this was the biggest issue. So many people had lost their independence. They were using walkers, they were using canes, and they were just having a harder time maneuvering around. So to keep your strength really helps you to stay more independent. Number two, it improves your balance, which prevents falls. This is a big concern, I know, for so many people, and I do offer fall prevention classes and workshops. It gives you more energy, and this is what we need, isn't it? Oh, it takes a lot of energy to live. I just bought a home, I just got married, and what I've realized is that exercise has really been giving me the energy I need for those things around the house, for those things like, just keeping up with the day-to-day. We need energy for that. It prevents or delays diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, or osteoporosis. Now, if you experience these diseases, if you have medical conditions, it's not too late to reverse these. I've had a few women that I've worked with osteoporosis who've noticed that their bones have actually gotten stronger through exercise. Pretty awesome. And then it can also improve your mood and fight off depression. How many people, and you can also let us know, found that exercise was your go-to during the pandemic? I know I started a fitness membership, and I had so many people join who said, you know what, I need to be part of a community. I need to exercise because I'm just feeling so alone. I don't feel great. So it's amazing how mentally exercise can help us. And then finally, it may improve cognition function, how your brain works. And there are studies that show when you exercise, you are able to make better decisions. And this is really recommended for those who maybe need to make financial decisions or decisions about the future. Move your body first and then just see what happens. All right, so I have a few people here saying, yes, much more energetic. Awesome. That's Lillian. Lillian was one of my AIM Fitness Online members who exercises every day. And it's been amazing to see how you've noticed those improvements. All right, I want to share some stories because there's so many people I know who have really seen benefits and have been exercising and noticing that it's helped. So Deborah shares, I thought your program would be great to do at home during the pandemic. And now that I'm back to work, I do the exercises at my desk and it gives me a great midday boost. So Deborah is someone who has been focusing on 15 to 30-minute workouts, and she notices it really helps with energy, especially when she's working. Now, this picture here is of myself, Finley, and then a few of my AIM Fitness Online members. Trudy was the organizer of this great fundraiser walk, and this was a fundraiser for the Council on Aging. And actually, we're doing it again as a community. So when I send the replay out, I'll let you know about the walk because I am going to be organizing a team to do a 2-kilometer walk and fundraiser. But what these individuals found, and Réjean, I believe you're actually here. Let us know if you're watching live. I think you are. But Réjean really got into the habit of exercising. And this was something that was new to him. And he saw so many improvements. And it was amazing how every time I heard from him, he said, oh yeah, I've been doing the exercise video again. I've been doing it again. I'm noticing I'm stronger. So just amazing how just staying dedicated, continuing on makes a difference. Joyce, She shares, this week I did the 2 exercise videos every day. It's my first week with AIM, and it's definitely a good decision I made. Now, Joyce is still with me after about 2 years, and I hear from her every once in a while, and she shares how she's feeling. But basically, what I want to share is that it is a decision to stay active. It's a decision to see improvements, and when you do, it's quite amazing. You never know what the results will be. And then this last picture, this was a meetup that I did out in the park by Dow's Lake. And it was so much fun. I met a lot of my online fitness members who I'd never seen in person. We all got together, and this was last year. We were socially distanced, as you can see, but it was really a great time to connect with others. All right, now I want to share about a few other seniors. I did a bit of research to find out what else is going on, because again, it's this feeling of, can I actually improve as I get older? So I was reading about someone named Minoru Sato from Japan, and he was the oldest person to sail solo and nonstop around the world in 2011 at the age of 77. And this was his 8th time sailing, and he previously had completed 7 solo trips around the globe. So in 2005, at the age of 71, he broke his own previous record. So there you go, 77, someone solo going around the globe and sailing on his own, pretty amazing. And then there's someone else in Canada, Wei Feng Yang, who lives in Richmond, has helped thousands of people in his community become healthier over the past 25 years. Now, you'll never guess it, but Yuan is 98 years old and came to Canada from China in 1981. And he founded the Richmond Wellness Club in 1992. And he teaches a group of 100 to 200 seniors every single day. And his advice, let's listen to this, because from a 98-year-old, I'm sure he knows something. He says, seniors need to go out to communicate with people, make friends, and do activities. And as you can see from my pictures here, that's something that's so important to me, is connecting. We need to connect with others. I really believe that when we're part of a community, we will start to see those improvements mentally, and we can get to know others who are like us to stay really excited and really motivated. All right, good. So I'm going to end with this today because we have quite a few new programs here at AIM Fitness that we're launching this fall. So I want to let you know what you can do if you're one of those people who says, you know what, I'm ready to make some changes. I'm feeling motivated. I can no longer believe these fitness myths, but I know that even at my age, I can see improvements. So I'll tell you a little bit about personal training, our weekly Zoom fitness classes, the AIM Fitness online membership, and AIM accountability. So first of all, personal training. So this is a picture of me and Don. Don is an awesome, awesome man who's been working with me for many years. And personal training, we can offer this both online or in home if you're in the Ottawa area. So this is safe if you have a medical condition. And in fact, most people work with us because they're not comfortable just going to a gym, and they're not comfortable just working with any old trainer who's maybe not as qualified. So our specialty is working with people with osteoporosis, arthritis, medical conditions like a heart disease, MS, Parkinson's. We've done it all, and we've found that regardless of where you are at in your health and fitness, and whatever's holding you back, you will see improvements. And now with personal training, you can see more results than on your own. We find that because we work with people on a weekly basis, you're more likely to exercise on your own when you have that person checking in with you, asking you how things are going. And then we do fitness assessments. So we start, our first session is with an assessment. I was talking earlier how we take measurements, and that's a really good way to determine whether you're losing weight or making some changes there. But we also do a reassessment at the end when we're working with our clients. So then we can find out, all right, how are those changes, not only with measurements, but having them do exercises and stretches, and then we compare the results so we can make sure that people are continuing to see improvements. Now, I'm really excited. In about 2 weeks, first week of September, we're going to be offering our weekly classes. So these are fitness classes right on Zoom, so you can do it right at home. And if you were able to log in today, then you'll be good to go. Very simple, easy to do. I'm offering a brand new cardio HIIT class. So this is for people who are at the moderate to advanced level. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. And basically we do 30 to 45 seconds of exercise with a 15-second break. And you do a bunch of different workouts and exercises all together to really get that heart rate up and to promote strength and to improve your cardio. And then Michelle, our head trainer, is doing a VIP small group training. So this is ideal if you like the idea of personal training, but you also like the idea of being in a group. So we have this group for 4 to 5 individuals. Michelle will meet with you to do an assessment. First thing, to get to know what your goals are, and then you'll be meeting once a week with a group and you'll be able to work on those things together. And then Thursday, I'm doing a strength and balance class. And I know many of you who are watching are already signed up. So super awesome to know that you're going to be there. Now, today until Friday, we have our early bird prices. So if you are interested in joining a weekly fitness class, definitely be in touch. I can send you the link or just go to my website and you'll be able to sign up there with the early bird rate. Now, all of our workouts are fun with your joints in mind. So these are not exercise classes for people in their 20s and 30s. These are at a really good pace to ensure that you're working safely for your body. Now, for those of you who are not really into the once a week, specific time, but you like flexibility, then you would love the online membership. So this is what I started up at the beginning of the pandemic, and I've put together exercise videos that you can watch on demand. So it's kind of like a Netflix where you can scroll through, you can choose which video to do, or even more simple than that, I've put together pre-planned calendars that I email out every Monday with 3 exercises of the week, 3 videos, and you can just go to the day, click on the video, and do that workout really easily. So this is really ideal for someone who maybe likes to exercise in the morning one day, or if maybe in the afternoon, that's better for you. So you really have flexibility. You can do the videos at any time. And then along with that program, we also we do Zoom calls, we get to know each other, and we've been doing a lot of in-person meetups for those who are in the Ottawa area. And then this is another program. I launched it last fall and we're bringing it back again because it was so awesome, so helpful. So AIM Accountability is a 12-week program. It's an accountability program, and every week there's a different topic that we discuss. So what's included? A weekly 45-minute accountability group calls, worksheets to keep you on track with your daily and weekly goals, and then access to the AIM Fitness online membership for daily workouts. So every week we talk about different things. So one week we'll talk about guilt, because I know a lot of people struggle with not doing enough. So we talk about how to look at guilt, how to look at what's actually enough in a different way. And then we talk about other things such as how to get into a healthy habit. What does it take to start? And then we also talk about how to see improvements once you are into a really good routine. So this is a really supportive program. It's really encouraging. It's really very fun. And because it's a group program, you get to know other people. And I do a lot of live coaching as well. So it's really very supportive, really awesome. All right, so I just want to share our mission. Our mission here at AIM Fitness is to help adults 50 plus and seniors worldwide improve their strength, mobility, and to live more independent, enjoyable lives. So if any of this has spoken to you, maybe you're thinking, you know what, that I can no longer believe that myth, but I'm really ready to make some changes, and I'd love to chat with you. And if you are also thinking, you know what, I'm interested in joining a fitness program, but not really sure which one would be best, then I would love to set up a time to chat with you. So I'm going to share my link. I'll just share that here in the chat in case you want to chat about in case you want to chat about your goals and what you're looking for. So I'm just going to do that here. So we've got just a few minutes if anyone has any questions about what we chatted about. All right. So if you want to leave a comment in the chat, a question or a comment. Okay, so here I just put in my link. It's calendly.com/aimfit. So if you do want to chat a little bit about your health, about your goals, see which program would be a good fit for you, then I would love to chat with you. Always fun. All right, any comments? Which myth was most challenging? Or are you still thinking, I don't know about that one? I can go over them again. So myth number 1, if I'm not working up a sweat, I'm not working hard enough. Myth number 2, if the number on the scale isn't going down, I'm not losing weight. Myth number 3, I worked out today, so I can eat an extra piece of cake. Myth number 4, if you can't be active often enough, you might as well not even do it. Or number 5, if I'm over the age of 60, then it's too late to seriously improve my health. So let us know in the chat which one you're thinking, you know what, that's not an excuse for me anymore. I'm past that. All right, number 3. Okay, good. Myth number 3 is the one which has me thinking seriously. All right, good. Thanks for sharing that, Jeanette. All right, and Carol Ann asks, is your true weight in the morning or in the evening? I've been told that weighing yourself in the morning is the best. Yeah, so you've digested, you don't have any extra food in your system. So weighing yourself first thing is the best representation. But now you know what else you can do, right? Get out that measuring tape. Yeah. All right, Cheryl, shares number 4, myth number 4. Awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for being here today. Thanks for taking the time. I hope this has been really informative, and I will be sending out the replay and also the link to my website. So if you are wanting to have a look at what our classes are and you want to chat a little bit about that, then I'd love to help you out as well. All right. Thanks everyone for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.